What's up? I said at the start of the year it was going to be a bad year for the left, and it has continued to be a very bad year for the left. These people have now run out of steam. It's officially over. Last Thursday, I think, was a focal point, and I just want to begin by saying God bless those children. God bless them. I hope each and every one of them pulls through, and I hope each and every one of them is able to overcome what happened. It is absolutely horrific, and it is something that people on this side of the fence have been sounding the alarm about for a very long time. And it has come to an incident like that, which everybody on this side of the fence knew was going to happen, and were powerless to stop it, because what has happened over the last number of months and indeed years is the government, the media and NGOs have decided to call people that have seen what has coming far right. They have decided to try and demonise people that are pointing out, hang on here for a second, unlimited, unvetted immigration into Ireland is a bad idea. People were called racist, they're called islamophobes, they're called far right, they're called ethnats, they're called ethno-nationalists. Absolutely ludicrous stuff. To want your country to be safe isn't racist, it isn't anything other than being sensible. And yet these people have had the run of the place for the last couple of years and still have the run of the place because they're still in government and they're still in the media and they're still in the NGOs. It is time to get rid of the NGOs. It is time to completely shake up the media and indeed the government. The government aren't fit for purpose here in this country. They are not. And a person like this now is actually unveiling what is actually happening here in this country. Now I'm just going to cast your mind back to January when I decided to put up this post, and I also linked this into a video I did about City West and what went on there. Now, funnily enough, on Twitter, this account that I never interacted with beforehand blocked me after that video was released. It's almost like I exposed them in that video and they didn't like that, isn't it? So the account said, along as people, that's supposed to be as long, these people aren't very intelligent, I'm just going to let you know that there, from opposing religious beliefs or ideology are housed together, these incidents will keep happening. Are you far right now? Is that what you are? Because you obviously found out then when an incident like this popped up. But hang on here for a sec. This person is telling you that you shouldn't be worried and you should be told that you are far right for not accepting unlimited, unvetted immigration into your area. That's weird, isn't it? Is this person far right or what's the story? It's a lack of awareness by the government that these people need help for their trauma. Now, I just want to hone in on that one there. Trauma. Everything and every incident that occurs in this country now with a foreigner is linked to they have a mental health issue. Every single time. He has a mental health problem. Well, that's not our problem. It shouldn't be here in the country in the first place. Not simply all dumped together to fend for themselves. So again, this person actually saying something somewhat reasonable, but then realised, I'm on the side that's been saying this for very long. Here we have Charlotte O'Sullivan, Irish Rebel 1965. It gets worse from here, lads, I'm telling you. As some of you may have noticed, the account I created to expose the far right in Ireland and further afield, Ireland Against Fash, has been removed from this platform. Hilarious. Just as it's there, justice is what I would say. The wheels are now in motion. The next thing that has to come from this is a right-wing party. And that has to be something that takes control of this country democratically, as always, as I will always say. Because what we've seen over the last number of decades, and indeed the last few years, are radical leftists running this country. And they have run it into the wall, and I wouldn't even say into the ground. I would say into the wall in record time. They then go on to say, I speak on behalf of all our admins when I say this is a dark day for democracy and for free speech. So the same person that has no issue with the likes of hate speech laws and is pushing for them to come in, of course, because they can't see the wood from the trees, these people, they're not very smart. This person doesn't realise that you could probably get 12 months for having a meme on your phone. That's how ridiculous things are. This is a person that was pushing the likes of the, what shall I say, renamed flu nonsense, the sniffles, over the last couple of years, calling you an istaphobe and all sorts of anti-science, anti-vaxxer for saying that you are like, hang on here for a second, that company has a long history of criminal behaviour. Don't think I'll take anything from them, thanks. You're an anti-vaxxer. Oh, okay, right. Maybe I'm just someone that's sitting back and looking at this and going, that seems off to me. And for free speech. These people do not fundamentally believe in free speech. Now I'm just going to show you who liked that tweet. Now, on Garda Síochána, for anybody that's outside of this country, that is the Irish police. The Irish police have liked this woman's tweet. Not once, but twice on 2 different accounts. Now, I don't know about you, but when you see a police force liking a tweet from this individual who also runs the Ordinance Against Fascism page, you gotta look at that and say to yourself, there's an awful lot of collusion, it seems like, going on. It seems like whoever's running that social media page, if not one, if not two, is a radical leftist. That's a big problem. Because guess what then? You have a bias then within An Garda Síochána. This is a political move, in my humble opinion. And these are no surprise to anybody that's been watching over the last few years. When you see gay Garda cars, that's no surprise to you to see this here. When you see the likes of Gardaí now, and also as well the media, because this is the thing that you got to look at. You got to look at what they're saying. Whilst they're all talking about Thursday and the fallout from that, they're trying to slip in the idea of Gardaí having more powers for force without GSOC looking over their shoulders. Why would they be talking about that? Well, they're already wading into people there indiscriminately. Well, what happens then? What are they saying there? If they want to use excessive force, what happens if someone ends up passing on after taking a whacking? You don't want to be looking over your shoulder at GSOC then? That seems like a very, very strange thing to say. And this comes on the back of the media and politicians and NGOs calling for a firmer approach to the far right. Now that's an interesting thing to happen, isn't it? So all of these things, you got to realise, by the way, that the likes of the government, because the likes of David Cullinane says otherwise, he was protecting Leo Varadkar last week there when Elon Musk said that the government hate the Irish people. I agree with Elon. The media also absolutely hate you. And you've got these NGOs that feel the same way. And now you've got another organisation with 2 different accounts here that clearly feels the same. Now, if I'm wrong, I'm open to correction. And I'm open for these people to clarify why they like this tweet. Now, the likes were taken away subsequently after it was pointed out by a lot of people on Twitter. But the point still remains. Why is not 1 but 2 accounts belonging to An Garda Síochána liking tweets from this individual? Why is that happening? It's time now for people and their positions that are open in An Garda Síochána. If you're someone that's a nationalist, if you're someone that's a patriot, you must apply for these positions. These are an agency, the An Garda Síochána, that are proudly posting pictures at the likes of direct provision centres talking about recruitment there. They are talking about diversity and inclusion and equality and all of these other buzzwords that basically mean, hey Paddy, you're going to be policed by someone that's not from this place. You got to look at these things seriously, and we're at this point in time now where the kid gloves are off and we have to start talking about these things as they are. What do you think? Let me know in the comments down below. Make sure you like, make sure you share. That really helps out with getting this word out. And make sure you subscribe. Thanks very much to everybody that does that. And I'll talk to you later.